How's everybody doing? Okay, today we are going to talk about, again, I don't know if I can do too much announcements and entertainment, but thank you so much that people still donating. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a video about all of you guys that are donated. I love you so much. Again, I wrote a play about DACA and the Dream Children and the fact that there's a family that got separated and was sent back to Mexico because, I don't know what happened with the immigration status, but they were deported and it's tearing the family apart, And this reminds me of slavery, when we were sold into slavery and our families and brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers were being separated and sent to different slave masters. It really hurt me. I saw it on The View. So I am really needing now as much as you guys can give me as donations because I wrote a play and I'm going to start going on Monday. It's Sunday night. It's really Monday morning because it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to meet with my investors and with the theater people that are going to, the theater space, and I'm going to videotape them so you can see it. I want to take you into the process. Right? So, okay, today we're going to talk about incompatibility of signs, and we're going to talk about Libra and Scorpio. Libra and Scorpio. So we got cardinal air and fixed water. We have an elemental square. We have an elemental square. Air and water don't mix. So already there's going to be differences in values. Differences in wants and desires. Differences in philosophy and outlook. Differences in approach to life. The list can go on. The list can go on. So understand that we have an elemental square, and then we got cardinal and fixed. Cardinal and fixed. And that awards us, a modality square. Hey, you're up early. You're up early. Yeah. So, we have a modality square. And when we have a modality square, we have an elemental square. It suits the purpose of incompatibility of signs. So now, what do you do with that? Now we have to jump in and look exactly at what it is that can make this combination rather difficult, right? Yeah. And now we are going to also discuss the male Libra and the Scorpio woman, and then the Scorpio man and the Libra woman. And we're going to find out who's the boss among the two combinations. Now, let's start with the Scorpio woman and the Libra man. Am I having too much fun here? Well, look, the Libra man is not interested in your emotions, not interested in your feelings, especially if it's going to interfere with the intellectual process of him trying to find out who you are and discover you. He looks at you, Miss Scorpio, as a puzzle, and the pieces have to be put together, and each piece is an experience. And each experience is worth the pain and is worth the struggle, because then it is a sure thing. Remember, this is cardinal air. So he's going to get at your truth, whether you like him, Mr. Scorpio, or not. Scorpio, you as a Scorpio woman have the power to take your tail and raise your sting and strike Mr. Libra. He will retreat. He'll retreat. He's intelligent, but physically, he won't withstand your Pluto power. He'll retreat. Remember, this is Libra. He's ruled by Venus, and Venus is a gentle girl. And all Libra men, even though it's a masculine air sign, trust me, there's a lot of women in their Libra men. Perfectly balanced, nothing, gayish, but understand that that gentility and inner reflection of beauty is not to be ruffled by the tempestuous attitude and nature of Scorpio. This is one of my most favorite combinations to talk about. Libra, the Libra man can be fucked up. And he knows it. And his games are not going to work here with Mrs. Scorpio. The only way that the Libra man will be able to tap and control and manipulate intellectually this woman is if he's much older. And even then, it will be only temporary, because Miss Scorpio will figure out the game. And then she'll flip it. And Mr. Libra will have it coming, because he's a player in the worst way. He uses his intellect to really tear people down, and with a smile. All 4 times. And then they pretend like they don't know what's wrong with you, like they don't have a role to play, and you're on this balance that they help create. Oh, they know what they're doing. But Miss Scorpio, yeah, the Leo man is the Libra man is very, he's cute, or he's handsome. He can be very boyish too. Remember, the opposite polarity of Aries is Libra is Aries. So that boyish charm and that killer smile is enough to make every single woman of the zodiac weak in the knees. And he knows how to work that. My rising sign is Libra, so I know. So I understand. That smile with those pink gums and those white teeth, will make any woman smile and just melt. And that is his way, his arsenal in disarming any woman. The problem is that when it comes to the Scorpio woman, he won't be able to do this. The Scorpio woman will beat him at his game, and he will know what to do. Again, we're dealing with, various factors here too. This is another combination, and again, most incompatibility of signs, they're gonna fall into categories of all the bullet points that I have mentioned before in the other sign combinations. The upbringing, the level of education, the level of maturity, the level of stability. If there's no trauma or sex abuse or physical abuse that has occurred in the home that could have deviated these things, if all things being equal, it's untempered, then we're still dealing with a combination that really will require a certain level of compromise and a certain level of acceptance of each other. And here is where lies the problem, is that there won't be any certain level of self-acceptance if they don't know each other enough, because they're still triggering each other's lower natures. Understand that the Scorpio woman, as well as the Scorpio man, does require a certain level of crisis. A certain level of crisis. Scorpio cannot live the Scorpio woman or the Scorpio man, they cannot live with you peacefully. And that's any sign of the zodiac. Just look at my videos on Scorpio 1 and 2. The Scorpio is not happy with someone that is peaceful and someone that wants to appease him. There is no appeasing the Scorpio nature. There is no taming the Scorpio nature. The Scorpio is the Scorpio. It's fixed water. The psychology and the approach and behavior of the Scorpio is not going to change. Understand that this is fixed water. So therefore, you are the one that's going to have to make the adjustments. You are the one that has to make the adaptability to Scorpio. And understand that if your love is that strong, you will do it, because at the end, yes, you will be changed and you will be molded. And that's not something to play with. Your relationship with a Scorpio is going to change you, is going to transform you, whether you like it or not. You can participate in the transformation and enjoy the dance of transformation which Pluto offers in Scorpio, or you're going to fight tooth and nail, and this then can become a traumatic experience with you, Mr. Libra, being with a Scorpio woman, because she's going to make sure that you change. It's do or die with this woman. Do you fit the bill, Mr. Delicate Libra? Can you handle that kind of energy that this Scorpio woman will demand that you survive? And this woman is sexy and she loves you. No, you're a sexy man, a pretty boy, and you're masculine air. So of course you are sexy. A Scorpio woman loves a masculine man. And boy, you can fulfill that, Mr. Libra. The opposite polarity of Libra is Aries, the ultimate of masculinity. So it's in you, Mr. Libra. And she sees that in you, and that's what's going to whet her appetite. Can you fit the bill, Mr. Libra? Because this woman likes to play all night. And I know that you need your beauty sleep. So, Mr. Libra, this woman is again, if we go with nature, we're talking about the black hole. It's frightening. When I do my space travels at night, I'm not supposed to really talk about that. I can encounter black holes in my space travels, and we are sure to avoid them, because they can pull the soul right in there, and you'll go into a coma and die in your bed. Space is dangerous. That is the realm of the Scorpio mystery. You better stay in your body if you don't know how to navigate the highway of interstellar space. And there's a lot of trappings and dangers up there. So the Libra man will be the lamb walking right into the slaughterhouse with Scorpio. Be careful how you deal with this woman, Mr. Libra. She's nothing to play with. This woman can take your life and drain it in 101 ways. And with a smile and a good lay, suck the soul right out of you if you cross this woman in any way. And I can see you doing that quite recklessly, Mr. Libra, especially if you are young. Now, God forbid if the Scorpio woman is immature and young, this can fuck her up too. So I understand that there's a lot of damage that can occur between the two of you. And that's because both of you have such different value systems and different requirements that it's almost impossible for you to look at each other as you are, especially again when you're young. Again, this is one of these combinations like they're in Aquarius. Many astrologers disagree with me and say that it is compatible. I feel that it is compatible. I do agree with my colleagues, but I think that occurs much later in age. To me, it is incompatible when you're young and even at your prime. And you can know each other going in, but it's the psychological attitude and fixity of your natures that really doesn't change. So there has to be something much greater than sex, and even something more than that, that can merge the two of you. Which is why education is the best goal to go for both Leo and Aquarius. The same is kind of true with Libra and Scorpio. But also understand that the Libra man doesn't want to emotionally invest. He feels so insecure about making process of his emotions because he feels that somehow it's going to tip the scales and make him make irrational decisions because they are navigated by situations of the heart. The Leo man doesn't trust matters of the heart, although he likes to pretend that he does. He really doesn't. It's bullshit. And I'm the astrologer that's going to tell it like it is. And a lot of people think that I'm hard on Libra. But I know Libra, and that's my ascendant. And I tell you, listen, no, I'm never going to let Libra off the hook. Because they don't let themselves off the hook. Part of the problem with Libra, both the man and the woman, is that they don't acknowledge their feelings. They're certainly not going to acknowledge it in others. And that doesn't lend in them becoming honest and warm with you. You're the type, if you are someone who's true to yourself, you're going to know right off the bat if you're going to like a Libra or not. Because if they're uninvolved, you're going to not want to have anything to do with them. And I will agree with you. Because Libra, being cardinal air, really is quite arrogant in their opinionations and in their intellect and thinking that they know more than the rest of us, And this is true of those who are young. Now, don't get angry, all you Libras that are out there. If this doesn't apply to you, then that's great. Remember, I'm still talking about the archetype. But there is a certain level of intellectual bigotry and bullyingness that is inherent in Libra. This is something that I think they are well and controlling within themselves, but they know that they have that in them. And it really depends on the level of maturity. And it has to really come from within their heart. And that's the fucking problem. Libra, especially the male, learns over time. But then again, so does Aries. It's opposite polarity. So understand how important it is that, again, Libra, let me talk to you for a minute. If you are put off by the emotional histrionics of the Scorpio woman, and also her depth, and her changing, brooding natures, if this really ruffles your feathers, Mr. Libra, then this is not the woman for you. Do yourself a favor and do her a favor and just walk out. And you know how to do that quite as effectively as you walk in. No disrespect. Because this woman can really, really hurt you. Because your emotional indifference can also be extremely hurtful to her. And depending on what type of Scorpio woman you're dealing with, this woman can really, really hurt you. And you will have the scars that will bear you being respectful to the next woman that you encounter. I'm just saying. Okay? So, Mr. Libra, you have to decide quite quickly. See, Scorpio and Libra compatibility makes an intriguing and also a charismatic relationship. But the sorcerer, which is Scorpio, and the idealist, which is Libra, want very different things from life and may struggle to understand one another on a long-term basis. Understand that that's a very important phrase, long-term basis, because both Libra and both Scorpio, women and men of each of the sign, That's what I mean by both. They're not going to reveal their objectives. I don't care how much they love you and care for you. They're not going, Scorpios, and I'm with a Scorpio, they're not going to reveal to you their objectives. They don't feel they have to. And they won't. But neither will Libra. Neither will Libra. So then, if it's a marriage of convenience, talking when they're much older, but then again, if it's going to be a couple that's much older, it really won't be a marriage of convenience. Scorpio will not tolerate that. Libra, yes, not Scorpio. No, Scorpio, that would be superficial. No, Scorpio will require more. Say, so then you will have to ask yourself in a situation like that, who's the boss? Who's the boss? In this case, if we're dealing with the Libra male and the Scorpio woman, it will be the Scorpio woman that will be the boss. Like Miss Pisces, the Scorpio woman is going to see right through you. Pierce right through you. And she's going to know exactly what to do to ring you in. And Libra man, you're very good in sex. That is, I mean, you're ruled by Venus, Aphrodite. So like Leo, sex is like Italians in Italy. Italians are known for being great lovers, both men and women. Just watch some porno movies, an Italian porno movie. It is hot, smoldering. It's almost an art. It's almost, and sex can be very animalistic. Not so in these Italian porno movies. Oh my goodness, an aura of romance that you just, well, I'll be going to Rome in a couple of months. So I guess I'm going to feel the energy when I get there, and I'm going to let you know. But I'm going to tell you, Libra exudes that, and Libra can definitely get down with Scorpio sexually. And it can be just as steaming and as hot as an Italian porn movie. But, you know, pornography is not a real thing, okay? You know, it's really not. It's all an act. Because in reality, Libra man is terrified of getting involved in the depths of the Scorpio woman's deep recesses of her emotions. Oh God, I run out. you know, the Libra man is scared. And the Libra man has body that the Scorpio woman will just eat up and enjoy. But the thing is that the fear of the Libra man of getting involved and entrenched, you know what I'm saying? And let me tell you, sex can make you very vulnerable. And this is one area where the Libra man can actually be very, very vulnerable. But you know, sometimes it's good for the Libra man to experience that, because then it just opens a whole new dimension for him. And he gets to learn and evolve and reach another level of evolution that he would not have reached had he not been with a Scorpio woman. So, Mr. Libra, I'm speaking to you. If you find yourself in a relationship with a Libra woman, understand that there needs to be a change in your life, a transformation in your life, that the Libra woman is going to expedite just her being in your proximity. But if you should ever be in a relationship with a Scorpio woman, understand that the basis of that union that was created from above to below will be because she is much needed in your life. Understand that the Scorpio woman is a healer. And sex is the way that she heals. But it's not all that there is to her. And you might make a mistake. This is why I always, when I do my videos, I don't go with that he nice and the cute and the flowers. There are other websites and videos that you can do for that. I go with the real nitty gritty. I don't sugarcoat anything. So understand that if you want a relationship to work with a Scorpio woman, you are going to have to share more than just your dick and your body. Because you're more willing, like Mr. Aries, willing to do that. But understand that the Scorpio woman will require more than that. You are going to have to evolve with her. Because if you cannot do that, then unfortunately, Mr. Libra, you cannot be with a Scorpio woman.